Thanks, Dad.
Hello, how are you? My name is Luke, and I sing for the band NoraStone.
My name is Nick, and I play guitar. Thank you very much to Bands and a Beer for letting us do this interview, and thank you to everybody who submitted the anonymous questions.
Yes, that means a lot to us. I think we start with introducing what we're drinking before we do this.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Tonight will be Magic Hat number 9.
69.
That's always a good number. Usually it's one with citrus.
I mean, sometimes you smoke butt.
I mean, you could try and classify it as what you want. I mean, it's just my own thing. I mean, as a frontman and a singer, you know, I had my own inspirations growing up. I mean, one of my biggest inspirations was the late Scott Weiland, Marilyn Manson to Jesse Lacey from Brand New. So, I mean, it's hard to kind of categorize it. I mean, I guess from typical metal, where you just stand on the monitor and yell your head off, yeah, I guess it's considered different. But, you know, one of the things that I always felt, you know, what I like to see in a band and just what I like to do when I get up there is put on a show and make it something that somebody wants to watch and something I want to do and I feel. So, you know, I guess it could fit wherever it wants to in those genres.
Fit right in between. I'm just pushing in. What would I say inspired tattoos and black clothes? I mean, growing up, I guess every band was doing it that you watched. You know, almost every metal or rock band on there, they were all tattooed. They all had the black clothes, just kind of something we wear. I don't even think about it. None of us do. We just get tattooed because we want to get tattooed. We buy the black clothes just because I hate other colors, and I'm also partially colorblind, so it was like, what else am I going to buy?
I think it's just what we do, too, like the culture we're in and how we represent ourselves. It's just a part of what it is. You know, it's what resonates with us, and you know, it's a part of your lifestyle. You don't look at it any other way.
Yeah,
you know,
right from Sumerian Records, we did a concert with them, and what he told us was, you have to be the same person off stage that you are on stage. So it was kind of
for good and bad, that's us. So, you know, what was actually a really good one for us? I think it was last year. We were doing a string of shows over the summer, and I think it was Stroudsburg, PA. The Sherman Theater.
You're talking about the one show we did with
Trapped. At the time, Travis Miguel from Atreyu was playing with Trapped, and he was filling in guitar. So I don't know if that brought a different crowd or something there, but the minute we got on stage, there was a way different vibe, something that we had never really played to before. Like the minute we got there was no winning them over. Usually when we get out there, because we're a little bit of a different genre, we're not quite so heavy, we're not quite so light, you win them over, you know, usually with the performance and the songs and just, you know, what we're giving off. They loved us the minute we got there, and that's something that was kind of really cool, and that always stuck with me. I don't know, if I picked a second one, it would just be a personal favorite. Would be Chiodos. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that was a huge thing for
us.
us.
Fall, that was really big.
Just because I liked that band so much before them, I would have went to that show anyway. But the fact that we got to hop on was awesome. It was a great experience.
I'd say Devil Wears Prada.
Awesome show.
Awesome show. I liked them a lot, and it was awesome to see them live like that. It was cool. Their fans reacted well, and then of course would be Mayhem Fest just because there were 30,000 people.
Yeah, Mayhem Fest was fucking dope.
Fun. I got a cigarette from the guy from Motionless in White. I said thank you and everything.
Well, for me, it's gonna be one that I know is just like way fucking out of the league, but that we would definitely. I mean, for me, it'd be huge. Would be the newly formed reunited Guns N' Roses. That would be fucking
millions
awesome.
of dollars every night.
Yeah, I mean, even just to play the parking lot for the line would be huge for me. That's the only one I can think of. I would love to do that.
I'd say Sleeves.
Sleeves.
They just keep getting bigger.
They're so goddamn good.
Johnny Craig is a beautiful man. I called him John once. He didn't answer that. But I think it'd just be cool.
Should try Mr. Craig. It's weird. There's venues that we've played that have been awesome, and then there's venues that, you know, you go back to and they're absolutely dog shit. Probably the best venue I've ever played was when we first started. We played Sherman Theater. It was before the Trap Show in 2013.
Oh, yeah, first tour.
It was one of the best sounding venues I ever played to. Like, there was nowhere I could go and not hear myself. Absolutely loved it.
Not the same the second tour.
Not the same. Not the same. But if there's a favorite place, like, overall that constantly gets me, it's the Chance. And I think it's just because it's our hometown. We get everybody out for it, and it's just a good vibe. And we know the crew, and the crew is awesome there. The owners and the sound people there, like they treat us well. They're almost like family. So if it's one constant, it would definitely be the Chance here in Poughkeepsie. If I could perform at a venue in the future, believe it or not, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would think like, oh, I want to go to the Garden. I want to do something like that. It would be PlayStation Theater in New York City, because I was going there when it was Nokia Theater, like Black Label Society. Like a lot of my favorite concerts were done there, and then it moved to Best Buy Theater. I've seen Velvet Revolver there. It was a great performance. I mean, I've seen a lot of good shows there. So just something about that vibe there, and there's something about the aura of that place. I would love to step on stage there.
PlayStation's getting so many good tours to there.
Yeah, it really is. And it's just being in the heart of the city and stuff like that. I would love to grace that stage. So definitely be PlayStation Theater.
When we played the Blessed Fall Chiodo show, they were all outside playing basketball.
And we
Blessed
hung
Fall
out
versus
with
Chiodos.
Tom afterwards.
Yep. We hung out with I Killed the Prom Queen that night. That was pretty cool. They had accents I wasn't expecting. I didn't know they had accents. I understand a word they said, but
you know what was cool,
I
though?
pretended.
They were just regular cool dudes. Like, they knew we were the local on that show, and we hopped on to support, and they just treated us like everybody else. Like, we literally drank in the back after the show, and everyone had a good time, and there was laughs and jokes, and, you know, obviously everyone went their separate ways, but it was cool because you almost felt like equals a little bit. Like, hey, man, we put on a good show tonight. Let's have a good time.
Then the bassist of Capture the Crown kept buying us shots.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I could think of one. It was our first record, actually. When Ryan was recording bass, and he had the boat shoes on, and he was so fucking pumped to record bass, dude. And it's you know, we'd been writing the songs for like 6 months. We got to work with John DeClario, and we were really excited. You know, we were nervous, excited. He did My Chemical Romance, Senses Fail, brand new. So there was a name there. You know what I'm saying? But he did this thing with his foot the whole fucking time where he was going. Like, he nailed the part.
It was like a flipper.
He tracked the fucking record in like 30 minutes, which is incredible. And like, hit all of his parts.
Size 14 boat shoes.
But you're hearing the flap of the boat shoe, and you know if he was in waters, he was going far. And it was just very, very funny, and we kind of bring that up every time he goes to the studio. Did we bring an extra boat shoe to one of them?
No, I actually kept his boat shoe.
Yeah,
I kept it and I set it on fire. But my favorite time would be when we recorded the second album and we went to Cleveland and we got to record with Standby Records.
Yeah.
And they had all the pictures of Black Veil Sucks on the wall. And and we were there for a total of like 15 minutes. We went inside and we started drinking beers upstairs. And on the security camera, all you see is us drinking beers and a shot of the parking lot. And a bunch of guys broke into our RV and they stole all of Rob's shit. They stole his bicycle. They stole his friend's bicycle. And like,
I felt so bad.
And the next day we go, he goes in there and he wears like leggings and he wears like these like stupid shoes with the toes
shoes where the toes showed. It was an $800 bike.
And we like ran around Cleveland looking for these bikes, and we ended up finding them. They tried to sell them on the side of the road. We found one bike. That's it. The other one was already gone.
Yeah, we were actually able to track them down and get one of the bikes. I felt so bad.
Yeah, and the cops kept telling us, they're like, we know who it is, but we're not helping out. And that was it. They're like, oh, what was his name? Clarence? They're like, oh, Clarence. He did it again. And you're like, where is he?
Classic Clarence
like,
stealing.
We're not gonna bother him.
I have one fun story from the road. It was the first time we had ever played Connecticut, and it was in December, and it was the middle of a mean, nasty storm. We had taken 2 cars because this was before we had gotten a van, and the tire went out.
Oh, it was my car.
In his car. So we're heading back, and it's probably like, I don't know, maybe
we
1
had
in the
like
morning.
in our car, it was like me, you, a merch guy, and one of the like techs.
Yeah.
With us. And 4 of us.
It was like a full car, man. Like we had and then Rob had taken a van because he was at the job he was working at the time. He had an extra van. So the tire pops and we all get out. We're in the snow. It's cold. It's frigid. We're changing the tire, right? We see Rob's van coming down and we're like, oh fuck yeah, saved. My dude literally just honks the horn and then waves at us. And drives by in the full empty-ass van with 2 people in it. Mm-hmm. And that was just a funny story from the road.
The first morning of the first day of Mayhem Fest, and we got there, and we got into the wrong parking spot. We had to sleep with the truckers who like built the stages and stuff.
Yep.
So we had to park with them. We hung out with them all night. we all slept inside the van. You slept
On a picnic
on a
table.
picnic table. Joey, who was our merch guy at the time, slept under a bush.
It was in a bush or on a bush.
It was, yeah.
There was 2 picnic tables. We were gonna sleep on the tables. He left in the middle of the night and said, "I got a bush."
I would say we woke up. We built the stage for Mayhem Fest because we were with all of them. So we ended up building the stage, and halfway through it, you just look out, and Joey, who wasn't around for the whole day, is in nothing but he was in like these short Daisy Duke shorts with nothing else on, and a little Elmo backpack, and it was just filled with all types of shit.
What did we call it? The denim diaper?
It was called the denim
because
diaper.
it was so short. It was puffy.
And he has this huge curly mustache. Oh, and then that same day, we were walking by Children of Bodom, me and Ryan, the bassist, and I started making fun of their accents. And I looked over, and they were all just like barbecuing. They were staring at us, and they were so angry.
Hello.
They're like, "How's you dudes, New Yorks?" For the first year together, we used to hide bouillon cubes in everybody's shit. Like chicken stock, and we would just hide them in people's guitar cases. We would stuff them in everything in people's pedal bags, and we would tell each other like,
don't drop the bouillon.
Up. We'd say like, "Don't drop the bouillon," and they would open up and there'd be a bunch of bouillon cubes. It's funny because they're just chicken stock. I don't know why I keep calling it bouillon.
I don't know.
That's like the brand. It's
but like
bouillon.
for the first string of shows on the first record, we hid chicken stock in everybody's shit. We said, "Don't drop the bouillon." Honestly, I mean, it's an honor. I mean, to even be put in the same realm as vocalists and frontmen like that. I mean, Andy's obviously doing his thing with Black Veil Brides, and Danny, with his record with Asking Alexandria, and now doing, We Are Harlot. Like, that's crazy. It's a crazy, crazy compliment. I just feel honored. I mean, when I go out there, I just see it my own way, and I just try and have a great time and react and perform the way I am every night, and
Mookie Beer side.
It's just it's a big honor to even be in that realm. It's really hard to describe our music. I mean, there's a lot of elements of different things, because there's post-hardcore, there's metal, there's rock. I mean,
Ryan said it best. He called us grungecore.
Grunge. I mean, yeah. I mean, we pull from like a lot of '90s influences, but it's really hard to label. I mean, when we started this band, what we said was we want to be a heavy band, and we want to do the music we like, but we also want to be something that somebody can picture being on the radio, or we could. I want somebody who's 40 years old to like this band, the same as somebody who's 10 years old to like this band, and we want to try and spread out through those genres and make this work. So, it's really hard to classify. I mean, there's and I think it determines, it's determined by our records. Certain records like Hopeless Lives and Lullabies was if you look at our future releases, it's a tamed down release.
Yeah, it's almost like stock compared to it.
Yeah,
Sounds of the Hourglass did a lot more with effects, and then Mortavera has it's a ton of sampling.
Yeah, Mortavera is definitely
heavy.
our most modern record. It was the record that we wanted to really push out in front and make our stand against what's out there right now, because that's it's just our flair on what music the metal scene is basically right now. One celebrity? Oh man. If I could do one celebrity right now, my fiance would kill me. And I know it's weird. I would definitely bed down Adele. I don't know why. I'm fascinated with her.
You'd say hello from the other side.
Oh my god. I'd say hello from the bedside because I am fascinated with her. She has just got an unbelievable voice, and she always wears these dresses that conceal everything, so I want to know everything. I take that thing off. I don't know what's underneath there. You know what I'm saying? Just have a good time with her. Maybe go see like a Disney animated movie to like warm her up, and then take her home.
That's the same way I feel about Mark Wahlberg.
Wow.
I mean, every time I watch Fear, I think about like when he's carving the name to the chest, it just says Nikki on it. And then we're on like the roller coaster, and like things are getting hot and heavy, and then he puts the dog head in my door, and I think a lot about Mark Wahlberg.
Well, I think either way,
he has good biceps for like a grown ass man.
Once we like rub nasties,
he has kids and stuff. I wonder if his kids are gonna watch this.
Our next record, Mortavera, it's seen a lot of growth from us. I mean, it's been 3 years since we've come out with a record, and it's not like it was, you know, an inactive 3 years. I mean, we played a lot of shows, and we got to learn a lot as a band and travel, and, you know, we've seen successes and failures, and when I tell you blood, sweat, and tears have gone in this record.
All throughout it, we've been writing the whole time.
Yeah, and, you know, we've experienced a lot, and it's not that there's been open digression into the record, it's just this was the record we felt that we wanted to make. You know, but then, you know, it kind of contrasts itself, where there are some songs on there that are softer. Well, there's one of our songs, Nova, would be one of our softer songs of the mix, but they're...
and even then, I mean, it has, like, probably our heaviest song ever, maybe two.
Definitely.
And then it has some of the lightest songs ever done.
Yeah, so it's a good contrast. I mean, the one thing that we were really conscientious about was making this record flow. Was so the tracks go together and they work together, and it's more of a piece, you know, instead of just 5 singles, which we love our other records for that.
It's
but
very
this
much
is
meant to be listened to from the intro all the way
absolutely.
to the outro in one shot, rather than just listen to single songs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think it's just the change in pace of music now. I mean, it's, you know, it's not so much heavier. It's just you get that modern approach with the sampling, and, you know, the guitars are bumped a little louder and they're a little bit lower, and I wouldn't, you know, you're definitely going to get a heavier NoraStone record with Mortavera, but you're also going to get the most modern record, and I think the most relevant. Embarrassingly enough, I play a lot of video games. A lot of fucking video games. I usually just chill here in my house. We're actually doing this in my little studio. Me and my fiance just moved into this nice house. So I usually chill here, and I actually freelance video game reviews for a website called Brash Games, based out of the UK. So that's what I do in my free time, and that's about it. It's not as glorious as anybody would think. It's NoraStone.
Tell them all about the shaving.
No, I manscape like a motherfucker. I have a schnoodle. It is maxing out at 12 pounds. It is a Schnauzer and a Poodle mix, and I absolutely love my dog.
And I have 6 rats, 2 guinea pigs, a hamster, and 2 chinchillas.
You're about to hear some Jumanji shit. Keep going.
No, that's it. I mean, besides like the spiders that get into the apartment every now and then, but I do have... I found like a mouse in there the other day too. But
I feel like there's some cats, there's some dogs.
I had a cat that jumped out the window and got away. I never got it again. I'm being dead ass. It was just sitting in the kitchen window, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Just jumped out, and that was it. Never seen it again. But I still do have 6 rats, hamster, 2 guinea pigs, and 2 chinchillas. They have their own bedrooms. It's nice. It smells real bad.
Two bands that inspired me when I was younger, without a doubt, would be Stone Temple Pilots. Just sonically, performance-wise, everything about them, I gravitated to. You know, even for being in that 90s grunge era, I felt like they were different, and they had their own identity, and I don't know, just it met with me. You know, I really adhered to that sound, and the other band would probably be Brand New for inspiration. You know, when Deja Entendu dropped in 2003, that's kind of like when the whole scene started to take a shift. You know, a lot of those, you know, not emo bands, I guess, started to really come to the forefront of the scene. But Brand New just was completely different, you know. Melodically, lyrically, their sound, it was just, it was really inspiring. Those are the bands I gravitated to. If it's two bands now, especially with Mortavera, our latest record, probably Bring Me the Horizon. You know, they're setting a new path with using modern samples and trying to make it sound almost like it could fit with a hip-hop vibe, but still be metal and stuff like that. And then a second band that inspires me now, I mean, I guess I can't really count it. I mean, they're modern in a sense, but when Craig Owens went off and did drugs, that
like
band...
literally he did drugs, but they did the band.
But they needed the band. That did happen. When he did that band, they captured a sound and an energy that was just awesome. It was bright, it was vibrant, it was new, it was fresh, and that really inspired me. You know, especially what they were able to capture in a performance too. I got the chance to see them, luckily, before they disbanded, but that would definitely be the two bands.
And then I would go with Nirvana, because I do play a Kurt Cobain guitar. So
Hell yeah.
Nirvana. Cheesy, I'm going to say Avenged Sevenfold. I have them tattooed on my chest. So,
Okay.
like, I'd say Avenged Sevenfold. You know, they were all tattooed, you know, all the black clothes that came out.
Great
They put on a
sound.
good show. They were actually, like, good, like, musicians back then. And then now, I'm going to go with Slaves again. I like them so much.
He's so good,
I
man.
just listen to it constantly.
when I seen him,
He kills it.
yeah, dude, he just fucking kills it. His voice live is incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
I'm trying to think of like another new one now. I know you don't like them, but I'm gonna go with Hands Like Houses because I really
I
don't know,
like Hands Like Houses.
I dig it a lot. I like the melody.
I
like
question his
voice.
lyrics.
Yeah, but I like his voice. I like the musicianship. I like his penis. It's like they're Australian. I look for that in a man or men. Normally, I'd say my power is to be invisible so I can spy on people in the shower. But if I have to have an enemy in there, that's not helping me out much. So I'm going to go with... Alright, I want to control fire, so I can melt shit. My ally would be somebody no one knows. His name is Booster Gold, and he comes back from the future.
He sounds
And
like an old golf player.
He comes back from the future because he's the weakest person in the future, so he wants to be the strongest person in the past and it doesn't work out. So I'd have him. And then my enemy... be Mark Wahlberg. But looking so goddamn good.
Brings him to his fucking knees. It's a
Or
kryptonite.
Superman. I'll go with Superman. I don't really like him.
Or, you know, same guy.
Mark Wahlberg should have played Superman.
Eat.
Or we're gonna go see Batman vs Superman. We have like 9 tickets to it.
Yeah, actually, when we hang out, it's usually we go to the movies. The last time we did it, we did a little band aid. We seen the Captain America movie. This big get together is going to be kind of Nick's birthday celebration, but we're going to see Batman vs Superman in IMAX. So we kind of just see superhero movies, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really like hanging out with them.
We talk to each other nonstop because
Yeah,
we have the
we
band
talk
chat
all
going.
day.
So it's like we never leave each other. It's actually almost comforting. Favorite non-alcoholic beverage, without a doubt, Nos. Nos is the shit, man. If you need an energy drink that's gonna give you like that fucking bump,
Get us the sponsorship, bro. Keep going.
you know, dude. Like honestly, Nos, if you're listening, I tweeted you for like 3 years. I hashtagged you. I literally spend, honestly, thousands of dollars a year. I'm not even fucking around with that. Maybe close to 1,000.
I drink in
maybe
practice.
yeah. I'd say maybe close to 1,000 within the band. Between me, you, and other people, maybe a couple thousand. Nos is the shit. It's a good energy drink. Gives you the buzz, if you know. Because before performances and stuff like that, we don't drink. We, keep focus to it. So Nos is the thing that gets you really going. And it keeps me up late at night when I want to play video games.
You can't do it again.
Nick.
Dude, just fucking answer the question. Yes.
Alright, let me think about it. I would say it's not rock metal artist. I've been listening to a lot of Enrique Iglesias. No, I'm being dead serious.
Yeah,
Enrique
that's
Iglesias.
probably
Okay.
that's just
That's
us.
it.
That's the answer. That's what he has. That's
Oh
what
my
he
god.
does.
I fucking almost
I would have to, I don't know, because there's been shows where people are traveling 2-3 states away, which is awesome and completely
I was gonna say,
mind-boggling.
Our
but
home show before we left for our going
That
away
was
show
what I was
before
gonna
we left
say.
for Cleveland.
Yep.
What they come from, like fucking
It was,
shit and
no, it was
alcohol
Baltimore,
and stuff.
Maryland. They came all the way from Maryland to see us. I thought that was impressive. That was probably the furthest. in this area.
Yeah, that would
But
definitely be the first.
that was huge. I mean, it was before we left for Cleveland, and they came all the way out. They'd seen us at Mayhem Fest.
And at the same time, we've had fans from our hometown go and see us in like Hartford,
Yeah.
Stroudsburg.
Definitely 2-3 states away is probably the farthest, which is a huge compliment. It means a lot to us. You perform a little bit extra.
Man, 2-3 states away.
I wouldn't see us 2-3 states away.
I wouldn't see us if we were right next door.
I only go because you bring me there. Honestly, the most meaningful tattoo that I have right now is actually one that Nick did, because he is actually a licensed tattoo artist.
I did.
He did an SDP flower on my ribs. It was after Scott died, and he was a huge influence to me. And I always said that I wanted to get a tat from SDP because I don't have any band tats. It was one of my big thing. I didn't want to get a band tat. But when he passed, I was like, what, man, they earned their spot on my skin.
You got 2 of his. You got
I got 2.
Stone Temple Pilots and Velvet Revolver.
And I got the Velvet Revolver logo.
Let's see here. I got a matching clover with my mom. That was pretty meaningful. Oh, I got this Wolverine tattoo that I got done in Ireland. Means a lot to me,
I like that.
And I have matching rib tattoos with this dude I know.
We got matching Mortal Kombat tattoos.
In the rib cage, and it sucked balls.
It hurt so fucking bad.
I have smoke. You have Sub-Zero.
Yeah, that was an awesome day. We booked with one of our friends, Brian Gallagher. He does Living Dead tattoos in New York, about an hour away from us. And we went up there. We booked the whole day, and we got matching Mortal Kombat tattoos. 25 by Adele. I think that record is unbelievable. I'm going to go on the record by saying that record is unbelievable. She is, in my opinion, a once-in-a-generation voice. She's just got natural power, and there's just emotion with it. And, Adele is, to me, it's one of those artists where when I hear her music, I stop what I'm doing. And it just, it's very, very inspiring. So that's what I've been listening a lot to.
What I've been listening to a lot of. For the past, 2 weeks, I've listened to a shit ton of old Emarosa.
Hell yeah.
A ton.
Hell yeah.
Constantly. I'm at work, and I'm in the car, and I'm at home, and I'm making love to a man, and it's just all the time. The passions stay dead. The first lines of that are tailored sheets. I don't know what he's talking about after that, but I have really shitty sheets. I don't have tailored sheets.
You want to know what he's talking about. We just want to thank Band and a Beer for featuring NoraStone for this interview. More importantly, thank you to all the fans who submitted the questions. It means a lot to us, and we had a blast doing this.
And we want to remind everybody we're going to have a follow-up interview after the release of Mortavera featuring Rob, Ryan, and Jeff from the rest of NoraStone. And we got to drink the rest of these nasty beers. I got a Nitro Coffee Stout from Sam Adams.
Somehow I just got a Four Loco.
It must be from me at 14.
Yeah, maybe. Ooh.
Oh my God, I'm going to grab that penis tonight.
Well, we didn't cheer.
Oh.
This was the toast, right?
I can't.
Can we cut that again?
No, it's just fucking.
Nah, whatever.
Whatever. I got the littlest dick in here.
Oh, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible.
I'm having sex with a man tonight.
I'm gonna be that man.